All right. The very scary kid story goes like this. There was a little kid named Justin. It was his first day of school. So he goes, he's so excited. His mom packs him his favorite lunch. She makes him his favorite breakfast, and it is pancakes with extra syrup and extra chocolate chips. It's delicious. He eats it and he's so excited to go to school. So his mom drops him off and says, I love you and have a good day today because it's your first day of school. Everything seems normal. He goes to his class and he meets his teacher, and his teacher seems normal. And then the door closes. All the kids are excited because it's the first day of school. And then the teacher closes the door and she says, You guys ready for your first day of school? And everybody's like, Yes, yes. And she slams down the ruler on the each on the desk, and then on each desk she slams the ruler down so hard, and she's like, you guys need to listen to me, and I am going to teach you guys a lesson on your first day of school, and the lesson is going to be to behave or else. And she goes and she closes the blinds of the windows, and she says, each one of you, I want you to pick something from this hat. And everybody's trembling, scared. And she said, one of you is gonna pay the price today. So the first kid is almost in the verge of crying. He's about to cry. And then she says, pick something from the hat. And then the little boy grabs something from the hat. He doesn't know what he's going to grab. And he grabs a little piece of paper that's folded up. And then she says, what does it say, little boy? And he's like, I don't know. I don't know how to read. Ah! And she takes the ruler, whack on his hand. Hits him so hard in his hand. And then he starts crying. His hand is bleeding from the ruler. Oh my God. And she said, it says you live. That's what it says. You live. Say it. And the little boy's there crying, blood coming out of his hand, and he says, okay, you live, okay. And then goes to the next little boy that's sitting next to him and says, pick something from the hat. And the little boy picks another little piece of paper, and it says, he opens it, and he says, it says you live. All right, you live then. And then she goes to the next row where there's a little girl there, so scared. So scared. And she says to her, pick a piece of paper. And she does it. She opens it up. And the teacher says, what does it say? And then the little girl says, I don't know how to read. Whack! And and then she starts bleeding from her hand. She's crying so much. And she says, it says you live, little girl. And then she goes to the next little boy. And guess who's the next little boy? I'm sure you know it's Justin. It's me. And he says, I don't want to pick a piece of paper from your hat. It's like, you have to pick it. It's like, oh. Or else I'm going to hit you with the ruler. He's like, okay, I'll pick it. So I picked a piece of paper from the hat, And guess what? I don't know how to read, but I'm not going to tell the teacher that. I unfold the piece of paper and I look at the letters and they look like weird shapes to me because I don't know how to read yet. So I just tell the teacher, it says you live. And the teacher says, okay. And she keeps going down to each kid, and each one of them grab a piece of paper and it says that you live. She gets done with the whole class and she says, that's impossible. One of you have a piece of paper that says you die. One of you lied to me. Which one of you have a piece of paper that says you die? Whoever that is a liar. And there's nothing worse than a liar. So she starts looking at each piece of paper from each kid. She says, okay, yours says that you live. Yours says that you live. And she gets closer and closer to me. And I look at my piece of paper and I just can't read it. I know there's a Y and an O and a U.
It says you die.
And then the second word says DIE. What does that mean?
It means die.
Die. And then I realize that I'm the one holding the piece of paper that says you die.
Oh, no.
And now she is one row away from me. So what I have no other choice. I know she's going to at least hit me with the ruler. Oh my God. Oh, jeez. God.
Okay, Daddy, finish telling the story.
So, where was I? So, I realize that it says you die. She's one row away from me. So what I do, I quickly decide that I need to make a run for it. I need to make it to that front door of the classroom, open up that door, and get out. Because she's going to do mean things to me. I'm not sure.
Like spank the butt.
That's right. So I quickly get up, I run as fast as I can to the door, and I grab the doorknob and I spin it as hard as I can, and at the same time, I look back at the teacher, and there she is. 3 steps behind me. She was old, but she was faster than what I thought. And the bad part is the doorknob was not moving. She had locked the door. So now she's 2 steps behind me. It takes me a full second to think of a plan. I realize she's a lot bigger than me, and I can run between her legs.
So when he starts stopping you quickly, don't stop pulling my stuff. Yeah, I'm just grab it and then pull it away from her and start slapping her.
And that, when she lunges at me, I quickly duck. Because that's one thing I am. I'm fast and I have great reflexes. And I duck and she goes tumbling forward. She crashes into the door. I run between her legs and I turn around and I give her a kick in the butt. And she goes crashing into the door and she gets knocked unconscious. I hurry and find the keys on her desk. I unlock the door, and I rescued the class from the evil teacher that was going to spank us, and who knows what she was going to do to me, that I had the piece of paper that said, "You die."
I'm gonna grab one that says, I'm gonna grab one that says "You die," and I'm gonna kick the teacher right in the butt. Yeah, but there's no such thing as evil teachers. No such thing.
Well, there might be teachers that are not nice, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Say bye to your YouTube fans.
Wait, we're on YouTube? You're gonna put this new video on YouTube? Hey, I always wanted to be on YouTube.
You need to choose one.
I want to teach people how to build amazing Lego sets.